Welcome to this presentation of UPSL Soccer Action, live on YouTube and presented by the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
And welcome to this wet and dreary Saturday afternoon here at Silverbacks Park for this UPSL Georgia Division I action. It is FC Atlanta taking on Georgia Revolution U23s. Larry Weaver here bringing you all the action here at Silverbacks Park. It's definitely a really dreary day today, a little bit different. Welcome to May showers. As you look at right now, we're here We are here at Silverbacks Park, and also when you look at the weather as it stands right now, it's been raining throughout the morning. It's currently 56 degrees, feels like 53. We have a little bit of a drizzly little rain that's falling right now. That won't stop us from bringing you this action here at ASMG TV. Thanks for coming along with us this afternoon. We have plenty of action here this weekend. This is going to be the first of our two matches tonight, as well as two matches tomorrow. This will be our only Division I matchup over the weekend. FC Atlanta and Georgia Revolution's U23s, they operate in the South region of the Division I. We have 20 teams here in the UPSL Georgia Conference that are in the Division I system, 10 in the north, 10 in the south. You look at the South Division right now. Georgia Revolution are at the top of the table with 15 points. FC Atlanta, they're currently in fifth. They have 9 points. They are 3-0-3. Georgia Revolution are 5-0-1. And it's going to be FC Atlanta that are going to get us underway first. They're in the navy tops with the white shorts. They're going to be moving from left to right. Georgia Revolution, they are in the white and red striped shirts with blue shorts, and they're going to be moving from right to left. And underway here at Silverback Stadium. Thanks for coming along with us here on ASMG TV. FC Atlanta get us underway. Expect this turf to be very quick today with the amount of rain that we've had throughout. It hasn't been any torrential downpours, but it's been a steady rain throughout the morning. That one deflected off of the Revolution man. It's going to go back to defense. They're going to get to it. Loses possession there. Good work by FC Atlanta to take that ball off of the Revolution man. Working through center circle is FC Atlanta. Jorginho, he sends it forward, deflected off of the defender, number 12. He's still fighting for the ball. Jalon Amer deflected that ball out, and then it will be a corner for FC Atlanta. We said this is the first of our second 2 matches here on ASMG TV. At 7 p.m. we will have the Dalton Derby, North Georgia United welcoming Dalton United to Riverbend Park. That is going to be a fantastic match. North Georgia United trying to get back on top. Here comes an in-swinger from FC Atlanta, headed straight into the arms of the Revolution keeper. Good idea, just didn't get enough height on that header, so it didn't have any direction. It just kind of floated into the box. Now working down the near line here, passed into the middle. He cuts it. Passes over. Loses possession there. Good defensive work here by FC Atlanta. We've covered FC Atlanta many seasons. Really talented squad. They had the opportunity to play in Premier Division this year. They elected to move down to Division I as they saw this as a rebuilding season. Going to rebuild the squad and get ready to come back into the Premier Division. Not usual that you will see that from a team elect to go ahead and move down, as they're trying to build what very similar to what happened at North Georgia United, a team that had to rebuild, many other teams as well. You don't want to run the risk of really struggling in that upper division and then find yourself relegated down here to Division I. So it's unusual for a team to openly take that decision. Georgia Revolution sends it long, but easily controlled by FC Atlanta. This FC Atlanta team likes to operate in the 4-3-3 system. Going to go back to defense. It's going to make it all the way to the keeper. Over here to Javi. Javi's pass forward just not on the right cue, and it rolls out, and it'll be a throw. The wind right now is the biggest factor here at the stadium. Is it's blowing pretty much from far side to near side. Rebs moving up through defense, trying to give and go. That pass wasn't crisp enough. FC Atlanta trying to make it way through center circle, not able to do so. That one's laid off back to the defense. Comes a nice ball forward. Little bit of a touch. He lays it off. Just didn't anticipate that pass. Number 7 of Revolution, Lopez, he just kind of watched that ball roll for about 10 yards before he realized he needed to move. Javi now. He'll go to the keeper. Grillo really pressured, allows the Revolution to get the ball. They're going to have to kind of reset, shot taken. That one's just going to be deflected off of number 9, Salazar. Now here comes a counter by FC Atlanta. And grabbed by the keeper. Good work there. Revolution holding off these attacks here from FC Atlanta. 7 minutes have passed here at Silverbacks Park. Still 0-0 between FC Atlanta and Georgia Revolution, U23s. Trying to battle his way through that defense, just too many feet there to try to get through, and he's just gonna work his way out. Jorginho, he'll lay it off. Up to Mago. Mago is going to come across here to the near side. Javi, that pass wasn't crisp enough as well, and he has to slide tackle that ball out. It'll be a throw, and it'll be throw for the Revs. Again, thank you for watching wherever you are here in the U.S. or worldwide, as we have our international viewership. Still has possession are the Revs. They're getting to the tip of the box, and it'll be knocked out. It'll be a corner for the Revs. That was good work there by Luke Chapman, number 24 for the Revs. FC Atlanta felt like that was a foul, kind of laid up. He kept going. Got to the edge of the box, deflected off. It'll be an in-swinger. Into the box, headed away by FC Atlanta. Nice long ball forward. And it's going to deflect off of FC Atlanta. It'll be a throw, quickly taken by the Revs. Few bits of sun starting to try to poke their way through the clouds. I don't think that the sun is going to make any type of a appearance in this matchup, as we expect rain throughout this match as well as through the rest of this weekend. Here comes a nice throw in from the Revs, but quickly controlled by FC Atlanta. That ball get nicked off. It'll be a throw for FC Atlanta. Javi will take it quickly. Now, Revs trying to counter. Deflected off. Go out for a throw, quickly taken. Revs will recycle this ball, get ready for a path forward, looking for something. He's going to have to go over to the other side. The Revs trying to be patient. Doing good so far. Chapman dispossessed there for a second. That's a back pass that wasn't on the mark. Allows FC Atlanta to move forward. Here they go. Let's see what they can do. He's dancing around three men, but that ball gets cleared. That pass very slow to get to Javi, allows the Rev man to come up and just take it away from him. It's the wind starting to increase here in our makeshift press box here. So we do not have the confines of a proper press box here at the stadium. This is a ball forward, but just way too far forward. Easily able to be grabbed by Carrillo, keeper for FC Atlanta. Trying to work here on the near side. The Revs. Well, he tried to do something a little acrobatic there. Wasn't able to do so, but still had control of the ball. Hobby tried to tackle it away. Wasn't able to, but that ball is going to hit the side netting, go out for a goal kick for FC Atlanta. 12 minutes have gone here at Silverbacks Stadium. It is still 0-0 FC Atlanta and Georgia Revolution U23. FC Atlanta get it over here to the near side. Moves somewhat central and then comes back to number 7. Mago's going to look for something forward. Here's a nice little flick forward. He was trying to get it over there to Zulaga. That ball just a little too far in front of him. The FC Atlanta man unable to control it. Out for a goal kick for FC Atlanta. Again, this is week 7 of the UPSL Georgia Conference Division 1. Like I said, we have 10 teams in the north, 10 teams in the south. Lose possession. Goes back to the keeper, who quickly one-times it right to the Rebs. That one taken and easily over the bar and out for a goal kick. Honestly, the first real chance in the matchup of a shot comes in the 15th minute. You look at the results last week. This Georgia Revolution team defeated AFC Lightning 3-2. FC Atlanta lost to UMA FC2 2-1. Georgia Revolution team from the McDonough area, about 45 minutes away. This FC Atlanta team plays and operates here at Silverbacks Park. A lot of teams utilize this facility for their matches and training. Georgia Revolution trying to get the ball forward, but just can't get any farther than center circle before they lose possession. Again, it's probably about 20 degrees cooler than it's been the majority of the last couple weeks. definitely not going to have a hydration break today. That ball's going to go out and be a throw for the Revs. Look at the matchups here in the South Division this weekend. We have several matches. Augusta soccer team will take on AFC Lightning here in about 15 minutes. That match will kick off over at Augusta Soccer Park. And then in about 45 minutes, FC Birmingham will take on UMA FC2 over at Carver High School in Alabama. 6 o'clock tonight, Middle Georgia will take on Lamino Georgia 3. And then finally, Albion SC Atlanta U23s will take on Columbus Knights Eagles. A really fascinating team here in this South Division. They're currently in 4th place. Middle Georgia and Augusta taking the 2nd and 3rd place positions. A win today for FC Atlanta would see them jump all the way to 2nd place, jumping over Middle Georgia, Augusta, and Columbus Knights. That put them just 2 points behind this Georgia Revolution team. Cleared away by FC Atlanta. Jorginho lays it off. Good work in tight spaces by FC Atlanta. There'll be a throw for the Revs. Decent ball forward by the Revs, but cleared away by the Revs for FC Atlanta for a bit. But the Revs still with possession. We've talked about the South. We talk about the North. Atlanta Fire United, they're currently at the top of the table, followed by Scenic City Soccer Club out of Chattanooga. That headed straight up into the air. Revs tried to one-time that, but he wasn't able to control it properly, and it'll go out for a goal kick. Atletico Buford, another new team here in Division I. They're currently in 3rd. Georgia Impact SC currently in 4th. They have a slew of games that'll kick off this weekend. At 1 o'clock, North Georgia United 2s kicked off against Dalton United 2s. So the double derby up there in Dalton today. Club the strongest, the Los Tigres, they taking on Lamino Georgia 2 at 6 o'clock tonight. 7 o'clock, Scenic City Soccer Club will welcome Alpharetta FC. And then tomorrow, 2 games in the North. Georgia Impact taking on Atlanta Ignite at 4. And at 5 o'clock, Atlanta Fire taking on Atletico Buford. Offsides there. All right, foul, excuse me. There's a foul there. 21 minutes have gone. Still 0-0 between FC Atlanta and Georgia Revolution U23s here at Silverbacks Park. Larry Weber bringing you all the action here on ASMG TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like our content and want to see more of our highlights, interviews, podcasts, and live action like you're watching right now. Foul committed there. Center official is going to ask the FC Atlanta man to come over for a little bit of a talk. Just let Mago know that when he blows a whistle, just go ahead and quickly step away from that ball so that they can get back underway, as we do right now. That one cleared out. It'll be a throw. Javi has to go into the stands to try to locate that Voigt soccer ball. Voigt, the official match ball sponsor of the UPSL. Also see Voigt in the likes of Liga MX down in Mexico. Excited to have Voigt come along for the ride here in the UPSL. That one deflected off. It'll be a throw for FC Atlanta. Thrown in. So far, neither side really showing that they are the aggressors in this match. It's been very timid between both sides. Neither side really with what you would consider quality shot on target to really make these keepers work. Still working through. I'm sure that the intensity will pick up now that I've spoken about it. Over here to the near side. Gets around his man. Decent 1-2. But a simple grab by the keeper for the Rebs. Both keepers, Carrillo and Niang. Carrillo's probably done a little bit more work on the FC Atlanta side. When you look at the Georgia Revolution side, Jordan Young has not really done a whole lot in the goal so far here in these first 25 minutes. It's going to be a throw in for the Revs. Shot taken, but that one not really of any quality. Just kind of bouncing forward. Now, trying to counter is FC Atlanta. Gets around the defender on the back line across. And that was dangerous challenge, and that one's over the bar. FC Atlanta. First real good quality of ball play forward. Take a look at this replay. You can see here, working down this line, a little bit of stop and go traffic. Gets around the defender. That's a great cut. And right on that inline, crosses it up. And if it wasn't for that header by the defender for the Revs, that was a really, really good opportunity for FC Atlanta to have a shot on goal. That was a desperate clearance there by number 13, Canales, for the Revs. The sun's still trying to force its way through those clouds. FC Atlanta again coming away with it. Good ball forward, a little too far forward. And that one is just going to roll all the way out past the flag and out for a throw. But that throw is going to be deep in the Georgia Revolution third. This is going to give an opportunity for the FC Atlanta to come up and give a little bit of pressure. Foul there. This one's probably about 30 to 32 yards out. It's a decent opportunity for the FC Atlanta to get the ball up and down into the box over the wall and see if they can get the ball to somebody in the box, have a potential to put a ball on frame. Step over into the box, short, bouncing, grab there by the keeper. Wanting a handball was FC Atlanta, not going to get it. Now, the Revs, they're looking to counter, but that ball just a little too far out of the reach, and it allows Javi to easily clear that ball out for a throw. You see that American flag right there central in the screen, and you can see how that wind is just kind of blowing all over this pitch. At one moment it's blowing towards us here on the near touchline, and the next thing is blowing straight down the pitch. Good little pass there by FC Atlanta. They lose possession in the midfield. The Revs utilizing that space that they have here in their third. Passing back between the defenders and the keeper. Has the ball taken off of him. Now FC Atlanta looking to counter over here to the near side. He decides to take it himself, and oh my, that was in. That one had the idea that it wanted to be in the back of the net. Really something out of nothing there. Shot taken by Andreas, number 10. Offsides is called. Take a look at this replay yet again. You see Andreas receives the ball. He thought about passing it, and then he said he decided to take it on his own. And that little bit of a deflection there by the keeper. He doesn't get a full extension touch on it, but he gets just enough of a touch on it that it hits the top post and bounces out. Not the best technique, but he got the job done. Revs, they send that ball forward, deflects off of the FC Atlanta man. Now they're taking a shot, working around the defender, shot taken! And that one hits the side netting and out for a goal kick. Take a look at this replay. You can see here, nice ball forward, bouncing around. The defender loses its location, allows the Rev man to work around his teammate. He takes a shot with his right, but just kind of drags that foot on the turf. Scuffs it wide, out for that goal kick, deflected off of the Revs. That'll be a throw. 32 minutes, still 0-0 between FC Atlanta and Georgia Revolution U23. Again, thank you to our broadcast sponsor that brings you all these views here on ASMG TV, images frozen in time. They help us bring this action for you to watch here on YouTube. Can't thank them enough. This will be a free kick for the Revs. This ball almost 50 yards out. Expect a decent ball lifted into the box. Three-man wall for FC Atlanta. Just getting all the personnel lined up and ready to go for this free kick. There's Chapman over the ball. He hits it low, but right off of the wall. Comes over here to the near side. Controlled. This one lifted forward. Headed down. Defender's fouled, though. That one cleared out, be a throw for FC Atlanta. As we got just about 11 minutes to go in this first half, I don't expect to see much stoppage time, maybe a minute, because there really hasn't been any real stoppage in play so far. Dancing that on the ball, trying to get it forward, not able to get around the defender. Tackles it away from him. Now, here comes the Revs. Make it through center circle. Chapman gives it over to the far side. Has to hit the brakes, and he's going to be fouled. Chapman wanting to speak to the center ref about how he thought he was fouled. Center official just let him know, I gave you a foul. Back underway, bouncing through. That one to go out, be a goal kick. We edge our way through 36 minutes, 0-0, still here in this UPSL Georgia Conference Division I action here in the South region. Still able to control it. It's going to come back for that foul that happened right on the edge of the center circle. Back underway. Over to the far side. He heads it. but loses control. That one's just going to be escorted out, but it'll be a Revs throw. As Mother Nature continues to try to rearrange our facility here at Silverbacks Park. The wind really picking up. Easily controlled by the keeper. Nice long ball sent forward. That one deflected off of both players. The Revs come away with it. Nice pass and beautiful tackle away. Nice sliding tackle. And he's taken off the ball. Now the Revs sliding across to Chapman. Chapman not able to control it, but right back into possession. Shot deflects off of the backside of the FC Atlanta man. Chapman lays it back. That pass is deflected, rolls out, be a throw. Rev starting to get pressure. Go back to the keeper. Lose the ball. FC Atlanta are quickly closed on the space, but they come away with it. Sliding across. Nobody there. Paulino trying to slide that across to potentially Andreas, but just a little too far out. Lose possession again, and that one's going to be a foul. You see the shin guard come out, and then the yellow card will come out as well. First yellow card of the match will be in the 40th minute. It'll go to number 17 of the Revs. That is Joseph Gilbert, number 17, who is given the yellow card in that setup. In the 40th minute. Avendano's over the ball. Let's see, he's sending the message that he's going to send this high for a header. Headed, and it's in! He called this shot, did Avendano, and it's in the back of the net for FC Atlanta, 1-0. What a goal. Take a look at this. You can see he's calling right here. He's saying, it's going to the head. I'm taking it high. And he puts it in the ball into the box. And Paulino puts it right into the back of the net and takes the 1-0 lead here in the 42nd minute. So it took 41 minutes to get to a 1-0 lead here for FC Atlanta. They need this win today. These 3 points will put them in second place. They were wanting a handball there. They're not going to get it. This Georgia Revolution U23s, they are the league leaders here in the South. 5 wins for them. Oh, he's able to keep, oh, I thought he was able to keep it in there, but he was not. It'll be a throw for the Revs here in the 43rd minute. Throw in successful to Chapman. Through center circle. That was a really, really pretty goal. Definitely a highlight for goals of the week. Calls the foul back. A yellow card issued. Believe he issued that yellow card to number 7, I think is who was yellow carded for FC Atlanta. Yeah, number 7. That would be Mago, number 7, who was yellow carded. Here, it's an opportunity for the Revs. He cuts and cleared away out for a corner. Defender came in huge there for FC Atlanta. Chapman, here comes the in-swinger. He heads it, but that one just a little too slow, easily grabbed by the keeper, Carrillo. We're in the 45th minute. We'll see how much between the center official and the 4th official, what type of stoppage time we're going to get. Don't expect much. That ball sent forward by the Revs. Foul on Chapman, and it will go FC Atlanta's way as he tries to plead his case. We're through regular time. We're in stoppage. That ball knocked all the way to the fence line. Secondary ball sent over for this. This will be a corner. Avendano over the ball. That beautiful assist he just did. Here comes the in-swinger. Headed again, and this one pulled wide. That another perfect ball from Avendano. That easily could have been 2-0 for FC Atlanta. And that is going to be the end of the first half. Perfect header from a free kick for FC Atlanta, finds them into the lead in 1-0. Great work by this FC Atlanta team. That'll give us an opportunity to step away, see if we can't do a little bit of makeshift work here on this press box and get us back underway. We'll bring you the second half of this matchup between FC Atlanta and Georgia Revolution. It stands at half. FC Atlanta 1, Georgia Revolution 0. Don't go away. We'll be back in a few minutes. Welcome back here to Silverbacks Park for this UPSL Georgia Conference Division I action sponsored by Images Frozen in Time. It's FC Atlanta 1, Georgia Revolution U23's 0. Larry Weaver bringing you all the action today here at Silverbacks Park. Matchup was pretty much equal throughout that first 45, and it wasn't until we got to the 42nd minute with that ball from a beautiful free kick from Avendano to the head of Paulino, number 8, in the 42nd minute, which opened up the deadlock for this 1-0 lead for FC Atlanta. Again, FC Atlanta currently down in 5th spot in the UPSL Georgia Conference Southern region. This win would see them propel all the way up to 2nd spot. We'll see if the Georgia Revolution's coaching staff able to give them some needed advice for the potential of an equalizer and potentially a winning goal. Again, thank you for watching here on ASMG TV. This is the first of our 2 matchups today. We're underway here at Silverbacks Park. Chapman's going to send this one forward. Second matchup will be at 7 o'clock. It will be up at Riverbend Park in Dalton. For the Dalton Derby, it'll be North Georgia United taking on Dalton United. Two teams that have been in contention throughout this regular season for the Premier Division. Again, Mother Nature continuing to battle us here in the makeshift press box that's basically become a makeshift kite as the wind is blowing right across the pitch right at us. While we were away, Mother Nature tried to send us up in the air like Dorothy and Toto. Avendano receives it a little bit behind him. Georgia Revolution were able to clear for a second, but cleared out for a goal kick. You can see it is 57 degrees, feels like 54, which is unusually cool, but it's that 12-mile-an-hour wind that is playing havoc and gusting at 16 at times. And that is what is really challenging. FC Atlanta with the throw. Revs are going to clear it. FC Atlanta keep it in. Good ball forward from the goal scorer. Madano keeping control, and it's going to be fouled. Revolution man trying to plead his case, but that's going to go to no avail because the referee has made his decision. This is going to be a really, really good opportunity for FC Atlanta, as this ball is only about a yard out of the box line-wise, so it's only about 20 yards, but it's about another 7-8 yards away from the box. So this is a really good, basically a very similar setup. He went to take it, held up. It's very similar to what he did with the goal. Here's the whistle, ball into the box, headed, and that's exactly like they did it the first time. What a goal, Avendano. 2 great balls in and 2 assists for this FC Atlanta team. What a goal for the young man. Take a look at this again. Almost textbook again. Lifted into the box and just put away, calm as you would like it. 2-0. 2 beautiful goals that are definitely in contention of goals of the week. 49th minute, number 7. Mago puts that away. Avendano with the cheat sheet when it comes to the free kicks tonight. That one out for a throw. Thank everybody that's watching here on ASMG TV. We always take a moment to thank one of our international fans that watches, Andrea from Italy. Ciao. Good to see that we have a Pope. First American Pope. Pope Leo the 14th. Wish him nothing but the best. He's got a big job ahead of him. FC Atlanta with a 2-0 lead. Huge job in front of this U23 Georgia Revolution team. Chapman flips that one over the FC Atlanta man, but they lost it for a second, ran it back, able to work it down here to the near side. Georgia Revolution are the first ones to have a player up, ready to go for a substitution. Remember, here in the UPSL system, both teams have the option of up to 7 substitutions per match. That ball's going to go out. This should be our opening for this substitution. Once the center ref sees it, indeed he does. And it'll be the end of the day for number 21 for the Revs. He'll be replaced by number 11, Daniel Breto. It'll be it was Dalen Allen who came off, number 21. That ball is out. It'll be a throw for FC Atlanta. Good ball forward, past Andreas, but controlled. That one out. Number 9, Salazar, trying to do something with that after the ball bouncing over Andreas. That'll be a foul by our recent goal scorer. Mago with a foul. He is on a yellow card, so he will have to be careful as this day goes on. Give and go for the Revs. Good work here through center circle, and that's a nasty little thing. And I believe that is his second yellow, and it's a red card for Mago number 7, and there's nothing they can do. That is perfect refereeing right there. And you watch right here, there comes the ball from the Revs, a little give and go, and then this ball receives. It's going to go into center circle. He makes the turn, and it's that little stick of the foot, and that's where the yellow and the red comes from. Nothing that Mago can do. He can't really, fault the referee for the call. It's going to be a red. Remember, red cards here in the UPSL system come with a game suspension as well as a monetary fine. Now the Revs, they're down by 2, now have a man advantage, and they've got about 45 minutes left. Well, I should say 35 minutes. Excuse me, not 45, 35 minutes. What can they do? Can they find themselves back into this match? And there is a foul on Andreas. The AR was wanting the foul called. Center official did not call it. But he's going to go ahead and let the AR's call stand as he was away from the ball. That's what I like to see. I like to see the team working together. The center wasn't in the position to see the foul. He takes his word from his AR, calls the foul. Avendano giving these Revs a break. He steps away from the ball. Lifted low, cleared away by the Revs. But back in control for a second. That one's going to get knocked out. It's going to be a corner. A corner for this FC Atlanta team. Here comes the outswinger from Avendano. Grabbed there by the keeper. Good work from the Revs keeper that time. Now, trying to counter quickly is the Revs. Over here to the near side. Switched across over to the far side. Cleared away by FC Atlanta. Be a throw for the Revs. Back over here to the near side. He gets around the defender. And that one's going to be deflected off. It's going to be a corner. It'll be a corner, or no, it will be a goal, or is it going to be? The AR and the center are having a conversation. Let's see what they decide. And a goal kick is what was called. Back underway here in the 58th minute. Near side. FC Atlanta. Lose possession. Go back to the keeper for the Revs. He's going to quickly put it back to the defender. He's going to have some space to move forward. He's lifted across into center circle and through Chapman. His pass is behind his midfielder, but he's able to run it back down, move forward. He's going to try to lift it across to the near side, but that ball is just going to be escorted out by Carrillo and out for a goal kick. Good work by the FC Atlanta keeper to spot the danger. You can see the goalkeeper's boot laces are undone. He was wanting the ability to have one of his defenders fix that, but center official telling them to keep going. Play on. Headed back, not the best clearance by the defender, but the keeper's got to come out of his box. A little lazy in that pass. They make their way through though. Chapman has that ball just taken off of him, but he is going to get the foul for that challenge by the FC Atlanta man. They get back underway quickly. FC Atlanta able to hold off that attack. It'll be a throw for the Revs. Quickly taken. The Revs trying to find a path into the net. Shot taken, and that one's going to be lifted out. Trying to find some way to get that ball in the back of the net and get themselves on the board and potentially to find the equalizer. So far, they have not really had a whole lot of positive attacks on goal. FC Atlanta get us back underway here in the 61st minute. FC Atlanta 2, Georgia Revolution U23's 0. Revolution have another player speaking to staff, getting ready for a potential sub. Now, here comes the Revs again. Over on that far side, lifted into the box, but grabbed by Carrillo. Perfect work by the keeper. Substitution for the Revs, making his way over to the fourth official. This one sent into the sky, right to center circle, controlled by the Revs. Tried a little bit of a give and go, but that ball gets knocked out. It'll be a throw. It'll be a substitution for the Revs. We'll see who's coming off. It's going to be number 17, whose day is done. And he is replaced by number 16, so Joseph Gilbert's day is done. And he is replaced by Carmen Laris, number 16. That ball is going to find its way out. It'll be a throw for the Revs. Ball lifted forward, but right into possession of FC Atlanta. FC Atlanta doing a really good job today. That ball knocked out. It'll be a throw for FC Atlanta. Like I said, early in this match, FC Atlanta, a team that in all intent purposes should be in the Premier Division. They elected to demote themselves here to Division I as they were going through a roster change. They were shaking up their roster, didn't want to run the risk of finding themselves as cannon fodder. It'll be a substitution for the Revs again. This will be the third of the match for the Revs. Again, if you're just joining us, Georgia Revolution 2, and there's a shot, and that one's pulled wide. Georgia Revolution 2, or Georgia Revolution 0, FC Atlanta 2. I'll get that right eventually. FC Atlanta receiving a red card for number 7, Mago. His second yellow, which finds him off in the 55th minute. Avendano will take this corner. It's going to be an in-swinger. He takes it low, and that one almost found the net. There it is again as the follow-up, and it's in the back of the net, and that is the third for FC Atlanta, and that is the first today for number 9. Salazar finds the back of the net. Another assist for Avendano. 3 assists so far, all on set pieces. You see here, he lines up for this in-swinger. It bounces through, straight up into the air, and headed back in for the second attempt, and it is 3-0. Avendano having an absolute day in the assist category. And a team that is down a man and has been down a man for almost 10 minutes finds themselves again on the scoreboard and has now put this game almost completely away. I believe they were wanting a fault there for that throw. Revs get around one man. That pass not on the mark. Had to run it back down. Trying to let it run, and it's going to be poked away and out for a corner. Great work by the defender for FC Atlanta there. That ball bouncing around, cleared away. And here I've been saying it wrong. I just got an update. It's number 19 with all the assists. The 3 assists for FC Atlanta. Number 19, Soteldo. Our roster wasn't completed. So number 19, Soteldo with those assists. Another substitutions, this time 2 substitutions for the Revs. This will be the 4th and 5th of the match. It'll be number 13 and number 18 who are going to be coming off. So that will be Brady Brook and Brian Canales, who's going to be coming off. This is going to be another opportunity for Soteldo, and it's going to be another in-swinger. Can he do it again? Into the box high, headed away by the Revs. Back in play, controlled. Cleared away by the Revs. Now here they come to counter. The newly entered number 5, Perez, he's going to send that one forward. Chapman cuts it. Forward. Taken away from one result to give you here for Division I. North Georgia United losing 1-0 to Dalton United. Dalton United 2 and North Georgia United 2. We'll see what that does for the Dalton Derby in the Premier Division, as those two teams are going to be playing here in just about 3 hours. Opportunity here for a foul. Free kick for Georgia Revs. Center official directing traffic. Chapman will be over this ball. Two-man wall for FC Atlanta. Bounces off of the wall, through, and that one headed away. We'll get to do a corner on the far side. Taken short. Works around the first man. Back two, and he's going to be offside. Here comes the first substitutions of the day for FC Atlanta. The man of the hour, number 19, Soteldo, with those 3 assists, getting a much-needed break. He had a superb 71 minutes. He'll be replaced by number 14. And that'll be the end of the day for number 2. And this FC Atlanta team, they're looking more to attack. They want more goals. Because I don't see these substitutions being defensive. Georgia Revolution takes that quickly, but it rolls right into Carrillo, and he easily controls that ball. "72 minutes. And here comes the substitution for the Revs. And number 22, So comes on. And so has a striker's frame, as he is about a foot taller than everybody else on that pitch. And so replaced number 7, Lopez, for the Revs. Goalkeeper's going to get called for that ball not being under complete control as he kicked it. So's going to send that one forward right into the path of FC Atlanta. Now they're looking to counter quickly. Andreas. Over there on the far side, controlled by the Revs. Again, in the 55th minute, FC Atlanta received a red card, number 7, Mago. But right now, you would not be able to tell me that this FC Atlanta team is playing with 10 men. And that's just a push through the back, and that's going to be potentially a yellow card for number 10, Luis Beltran. Center official thought about it. He elected not to. Center official reached towards his pocket and decided not to give the yellow card. FC Atlanta trying to catch the keeper off guard, but he's able to grab that a little acrobatically, but it's still able to. Quickly blast this one forward. It gets past FC Atlanta, man, and it's going to roll all the way out. Be a throw. That one's nicked off of the FC Atlanta man. It'll be another throw. Not the best of passing there, but they're still able to control it. Not been the best of days for this U23 Georgia Revolution team. Into the box, hit! Saved by Carrillo, second chance! Saved again! Carrillo doing fantastic work in between the sticks for FC Atlanta. Here comes, head in, and it's in! What a goal for Georgia Revolution. You see here, as this ball is coming in, they're getting set up. Outswinger comes in, and he heads it, and it's perfectly in the top corner. It is now 3-1. Can this be the beginning of the comeback for Georgia Revolution? FC Atlanta lose possession. We roll through 77 minutes. FC Atlanta 3, Georgia Revolution 1. FC Atlanta playing with 10 men. Switch of play for the Rebs over here to the near side. One times it, but cut off by FC Atlanta. They hold off the challenges. And that's going to be a foul. Into the box, and a foul going to be committed. Rebs needing to get this ball moving quickly, have the potential, find a second goal, and then really make this match interesting. With only about 11 minutes plus stoppage time, I would expect us to have more of a stoppage time in the second half with as many fouls and substitutions that we've had. But it's not going to be a large amount. I would expect maybe 3 or 4 minutes. Chapman's going to send this one long. Cut off by FC Atlanta, out for the throw. Ball is recovered from the stands, thrown in. Turn, sliding across. Oh, and that pass just didn't get to the teammate. And it'll roll out for a throw for FC Atlanta. FC Atlanta closes space, not giving up, wanting a handball, and he's going to earn it. Quickly taken by FC Atlanta. They're looking to counter quickly. And there's going to be another foul. And that one, is that one going to see a booking for number 11? It is not. It's just going to be a regular foul. But this gives another opportunity for FC Atlanta. They're getting them. Georgia Revolution continue to let FC Atlanta off the hook. They're down a man. But the way that this FC Atlanta team is playing, you would not think that they are down a man in this match. Lifted towards the box, cleared away by the offender of that foul. Trying to dance his way through the players, and he gets the ball taken away from him. He had the on-runner and elected not to lay it off. Here's a ball that goes all the way across and out for a goal kick. We're in the 82nd minute. Time is ticking away for this Revolution team if they want to find themselves in the back of the net and potentially twice to equalize and find a draw. Otherwise, they're going to go down, and this FC Atlanta team is going to find themselves all the way up from 5th spot to 2nd spot in this South region of the UPSL Georgia Conference Division 1. It doesn't matter which conference or which part of the conference of this Georgia Conference that you are in, whether it's in Division 1 or the Premier Division, every single point matters as these clubs are so competitive. When we speak of competition, we're going to get ready to kick off here in the next weeks the UPSL Georgia Conference Women's Division. The inaugural Women's Division is going to kick off here this month. We are so excited to finally bring the women to the UPSL Georgia Conference. Now, here comes, again, just too much dribbling there from number 5. Going back for that hard challenge on number 3. Landon Michalik. He took a solid challenge. But go back to number 5, Christian Perez. Just a little too much trying to do it by himself. A little too much over dribbling by the young man. It's allowing FC Atlanta to hold off any type of challenge. FC Atlanta has a substitute ready to go as soon as the center official will allow it. Center official did not like that throw, and he's going to allow for the substitution to be made before the throw. So it'll be the end of the day for number 16, and that is Avendano, who I was mislabeling. Soteldo, number 19. Soteldo had an exquisite 72 minutes. Andreas lays it over here to a running teammate. On-runner trying to get around the Revs man, has to lay it off. That square pass goes awry, allows the Revs to possess. They're going to go forward. Good ball from Chapman. He says he was fouled. Trying to work around the defender, not going to work. It's going to roll into the arms of Carrillo as we are inching ever so closer to that 90 minutes as it's in the 86th minute. Carrillo is going, and a yellow card is going to be issued to Chapman for his dissent because he's wanting cards to be given for the challenges on him. And center official has had enough of the banter in his ear and gives Luke Chapman a yellow card. Carrillo will give a second bite at the apple, and that one's going to be a handball for FC Atlanta as it was deflected off of the Rebs man, number 8. Is who was deemed for the handball. That was Walker, number 8, who was called for the handball. That one straight up into the air, cleared away by the Rebs. Still looking dangerous out there. FC Atlanta able to hold off the attack. makes its way through. That one's just going to easily go into the possession of Carrillo. He sends it out of the box. And FC Atlanta they look to not be content with just a 3-1 lead. They look like they want to get another goal, as they are not showing signs that they're down a man here in the 88th minute. Carrillo sends that ball out straight to center circle. They lose possession. Andreas will get called for that foul. Center official asking for him to step away. Allows everybody to move forward for the Revs. Put back forward, straight up into the air by FC Atlanta. That one knocked out. Be a throw for FC Atlanta. Just not going the way for the Revs. We inch ever so closer, 90 seconds plus stoppage time. Chapman lays it off, that ball behind his teammate. Now FC Atlanta, they have space to work. Elect to lay that off from a bad pass, but they lay it off right into the possession of Georgia Revolution. Now they have the ball at the back of the box. That'll be just tapped out. That should be a goal kick, and indeed it was, as it came off of the attacking Georgia Revolution man. We enter the 90th. It's always fun to come down to the lower division and see some of these players who gonna find themselves in the Premier soon enough, and there's gonna be a yellow card issued to the Revolution man for that foul. I believe that's number 11, and indeed that's who that was. Daniel Barreto, who is going to get that yellow card. Got a substitution ready to go for Georgia Revolution. This is more just, I think, to give the young man a couple minutes. And it'll be number 8 who is coming off. Walker, Taham Walker, number 8, who came off. And you could see the frustration in his body posture as he was coming off. Not happy with their performance today. FC Atlanta send it forward. That was an interesting touch there, but not able to control it. Rain finally subsided here. Andreas deflected. Headed straight into the air. A little bit of a touch for FC Atlanta to earn it. Carrillo will send it out. And there's a foul. Just takes the Georgia Revolution man off of his feet. Center official asking for all of the FC Atlanta players to give the customary 10 yards. Sent forward, headed into the box, and that one's going to be a high boot. That'll be a high boot and a yellow card. It's an easy call there for the center official. That yellow card issued to number 5. Christian Perez with that yellow. 93rd minute, we are rolling in. Did not see a given response of stoppage time. Don't expect to be a whole lot more. That ball sent forward. Controlled by the Rebs. Center official is giving them opportunities. But this FC Atlanta team is holding off every attack. And that ball dangerously into the box, sliding across, and that one was more a pass than a shot on goal from the FC Atlanta man. Now, here comes the Revs, trying to work down this near side. Across, and that one over the bar and out. Center official has the whistle in his mouth. Looking at his watch as this FC Atlanta team is getting back into shape, and lands over to the center official. And that's going to do it, folks. What a fantastic match for this FC Atlanta team. They are going to step away with a 3-1 lead and win over the league leaders, Georgia Revolution U23, falling. This is going to give FC Atlanta possession of second place here in the South. Great work by this FC Atlanta team. Well, that will do it for us here at Silverbacks Park. But don't forget, 7 o'clock over at Riverbend Park, we will kick off the Dalton Derby between North Georgia United and Dalton United. So that is going to do it for us here right now. So for ASMG TV, don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure that you get all of our content, whether it's these live action events or if it's podcasts, highlights, interviews, so much more. Again, thank you so much for watching. I've been Larry Weaver. Thank you, and we will see you next time here on ASMG TV.
This has been a presentation of the UPSL. Any use of this broadcast without the written consent of the Atlantic Soccer Media Group is prohibited.